let me fill people in on some of the things that were tried to pass during that vote-a-palooza. Senator Todd Young offered an amendment to block stimulus payments to undocumented immigrants. It passed, again, non-binding, but with 8 Democrats voting in favor of it. That's cool, that's cool. An amendment by Senator Steve Daines to overturn Biden's move blocking completion of the Keystone XL pipeline also passed with 2 Democrats, Joe Manchin and John Tester. Democrats rejected GOP amendments related to packing the Supreme Court, seems relevant to this, and blocking stimulus checks from going to inmates. Those ones didn't actually pass. Democrats also united to defeat an amendment that would have banned a federal tax on carbon. Manchin joined the Democratic votes despite his opposition in the past to similar taxes. So they were just, mostly it was just to slow things down. It was to be able to say that they proposed something. And again, remember, after all of this, even with some of the amendments they wanted being passed, like for instance, Todd Young got his amendment to block stimulus payments to undocumented immigrants, and then he voted against the bill that now included his amendment because, again, they don't actually care about this. They don't consider it to be a serious problem. They don't care that people are suffering, that jobs are going away, that people are still dying. That's just not a thing that they care about. Or at least if you believe that they do, there's no evidence you can point to that it is true. Maybe they put out a tweet, but when it comes to actually helping people, to actually putting their money where their tweets are, they're not interested in it. So here's the downside though. It passing that procedural hurdle last night does not mean that the stimulus is coming tomorrow. Now the Congress can turn in earnest to writing the actual proposal into law and pushing it through the Senate, possibly without any Republican votes, I would imagine, because of rules passed last night. The process is gonna take weeks, and right now they're eyeing mid-March as the deadline for final passage of it. And again, I understand it's a big bill and it needs to be passed, and it should have been done the last time when they cut it down to almost nothing. But my God, all of this takes so long. And that's why when we say things like, I know that we don't want to have another debate about whether it was 2000 or 1400. But if it was 2000 on January 3rd, that it should have been, why by mid-March is it the same amount? Did people in the 2.5 months between January 3rd and when they're gonna pass it, do they not have more bills?
Especially,
are more people in their family not more sick? Did they not have to pay 2 more rent checks? Like, how is it the same amount after all of that time?
And not a rhetorical, is a rhetorical question, but yeah, it shouldn't be. That's it.
Yeah.
And that's how detached they are. But that's how much faith they have in their messaging. And the Senate especially is a 6-year rotating term limit setup. So at every 2 years, only a third of the Senate is up for re-election. They get 6-year terms. And so that's why the Senate and this procedural stuff, that's why the Senate, which they don't have any limits on how long they're allowed to talk really. That's why this stuff takes so long. And it's built into the system, and that's fine, but I absolutely agree with you 100%. I did the math for you last month. That's like the devil's advocate. Let's analyze their math in that it's $600 should cover you for 3 months. That's how everyone's bills work, right? No, they don't.
No, not at all.
It's rough. It's super rough.
Yeah. Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.